Topic Therapy. We're your hosts, Alyssa
and Isabel, and today we have a special guest on our podcast.
Yes.
You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Morgan.
It's Morgan, guys. Yay! Yay! Everybody clap.
And today is our 10th episode.
Yeah, I know we're already hitting the double digits.
Insane, guys.
I'm gonna go closer because we have to share a mic. So, okay. Yes, very exciting. So what is our plan today? I guess just answering questions about ourselves and random stuff just for fun, just to get the conversation flowing. So
Yeah.
let's begin. Do you have any words you would like to say before we start, Morgan?
I'm so happy to be here because I've been begging Alyssa to come on the podcast, and I'm finally here.
Yay.
Yeah, she on that Google form thing that we put out, she filled it out, and for the last question where it says anything else that we should know, she wrote in all caps, Alyssa, let me on your show, please. Yeah, so she's very excited to be here with us. Okay, let's begin.
All right, so here's a good question. What do you think is overrated?
Okay, Heated Rivalry. You know, the show.
Oh, interesting.
That
okay.
I feel like everyone's obsessed with it, and I low-key don't know why, because I don't know, I just Morgan held me down and forced me to watch one episode. Yeah, and it wasn't there just wasn't much going. It wasn't that interesting. Okay, you can, if you have any thoughts you'd like to say about this.
I have a lot of thoughts. You guys, I think the bottom line of why people are so obsessed with Heated Rivalry and why I think it's really good is, of course, not to be inappropriate, but people love the smutty scenes.
Okay.
People do, and it's something that it's depicted in a way that this is one of the first times a show about something like this has come out, and it's with actors that you've never seen before. That's very enticing to me. I'm not about to go watch the show because this actress or actor that's been in a million things and that I know. I'm not gonna just go watch the show for the sole purpose of it, an actor being in it. I'm watching the show because I'm interested in the plot. I'm interested in what's happening. There's so much depth. You only watched the first episode, and and I've watched it a million times, and I read the books.
Wow. I haven't seen it at all. I've just seen what I can see on my TikTok For You page. That's about it.
It's so popular, and I think it should be because it's also something it's a huge show about something that's not mainstream, and it's becoming mainstream, and it's translating into hockey in real life, and it is.
What do you mean by that?
Not okay, not in the inappropriate sense, but it's encouraging famous athletes and some hockey players to come out and share how they've been discriminated against in the NHL for being queer. And also, wait, I was gonna say something. I was gonna say another thing. Oh, and it's also I'm sorry, but I don't know how many more shows or movies or books that I can watch and read about a straight couple without it becoming so repetitive and the same thing being done in different thoughts a million times. They think the show is so interesting because there's not a straight relationship in the show that's the center of the plot line, because there's just so many things that you can go in the direction of having a gay couple where you can't do that with a straight couple, and that's what makes it so interesting, because the straight relationships that are depicted in the media are just getting boring, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's something different, and it's with different actors, and it's about a different sport. I feel hockey romance novels recently are becoming popular, but they're straight. That's my thing.
Okay, so I do agree that there's definitely a difference between the type of couple dynamics, because I guess if you have a gay couple versus a straight couple on TV, it's like in a fictional story, they have the whole kind of plot with their relationship of maybe their family or friends aren't accepting, which I think adds depth to it. And I do think that is an important aspect in the show, as that's kind of what the show is I think about for the most part. I don't know, I didn't really watch it most of it. However, it just bores me. I don't like hockey, really. I know I go to Quinnipiac, so it's ironic, but
about hockey.
I don't know. It's just the plot bored me. I watched one episode, I'm okay, I'm done. It didn't do it for me.
I don't know what how I would react to if I watch the first episode, because it seems actually really interesting, and I do like the fact that they brought in actors that aren't known. Like this is like their big breakthrough. So I think honestly, like I might have to like watch, like try it out and watch an
Mhm.
episode and see what I think. But from what I can tell so far, it seems like it'd be like a pretty interesting show to watch.
Wait, can
Okay,
I also
yeah.
point something out? And I brought this up to Alyssa before, but she didn't agree. So let me put it to. Have you watched Bridgerton?
Yes, oh my god, I love Bridgerton.
So, like, and I heard Hudson Williams, who is one of the actors in Heated Rivalry, he talked about this on a podcast, and like I think it was Andy Cohen brought it up,
okay.
and he was like, the sex scenes. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
In Bridgerton versus Heated
Heated
Heated Rivalry, like they're not that different in terms of like what is shown and like the graphicness, I guess. And so I think a lot of people, like even like my mom, like I tried to get her to watch Heated Rivalry because she would genuinely like the romance, and she couldn't do it because of like, I guess, how inappropriate it was. When meanwhile, I know she wants to watch shows like Bridgerton. She watches shows like Grey's Anatomy,
And it's
13
a
Reasons Why, and it's a
okay.
straight couple in those shows.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do
Okay.
have- So though I do agree, I mean again I can't speak too much on it as I have not watched most of Heated Rivalry.
And I have not watched Bridgerton, so I don't know.
yeah.
You haven't watched Bridgerton? Oh
You
my
should-
gosh.
you would
really
love
need
it.
to.
I read the first book and I was like, I don't like this.
She would literally love
so
Bridgerton. You're such a
good.
Bridgerton girl. Bro. You and Daphne I feel like are like the same person.
Mm.
Anyway, but the thing is though, I feel like again haven't watched this, so I don't really know, but I feel like the plot in Heated Rivalry is more like I feel like in Bridgerton the plot is more focused around like the relationship of those characters, but also just like their relationship is not based solely like on like sexual interaction. I feel like it is more with Heated Rivalry. Like that's all I hear about. So like maybe that's not the case. That's what people seem to be pushing the most online. And like also Bridgerton has like subplots. I don't know if Heated Rivalry does as much. Does it? Okay. I just feel like the way that people push it is just like about like the two characters like being freaky.
I can understand what you're talking about because the like interaction I've had with it on TikTok has just been like the edits popping on my For You page of that part of it. So I guess like as someone who hasn't seen it yet, and like how you're talking about how like it's similar to Bridgerton in that way, that like where maybe people who are like judging it don't understand the whole thing because they've only seen this one part that's being like pushed out instead of like all like the, like you said, there's subplots in it and stuff like similar to Bridgerton, like the storyline.
I think that the reason like that's the most popular stuff like on social media, and even like here we've had like the clubs like do Heated Rivalry nights, and like I love that. I think
Yeah.
it's amazing, and it's like about like the
Can they do
freaky scenes.
Bridgerton nights, please. Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. I love Bridgerton. That'd be so fun.
I think that's the reason that that's the most talked about is because that's not something that's been represented in this like kind of way, and like the reason maybe why like the sexual interactions in Bridgerton, like why we're not like I don't know posting so much about that is because it is a straight couple and it's been done before.
Yeah.
This has
Mhm.
never really like been done before on this level, and I think that's why people are like pushing it out, like talking about that part so much, and because it's like also a matter of like representation of like, oh my god, like this does happen, like, and this can be how it is, and like
Yeah.
that's why I like really like it, because it's just so different, and like I
Mhm.
think that's why that's the most talked about part.
I think still, you know, I don't like hockey, man. Like I just I don't know what's going on. It bores me. But like
How could you say that going to Quinnipiac?
Right?
I don't, because I didn't choose the school for hockey. I chose it for like everything else.
Have you been to a hockey game?
No, but I don't
Why?
really like
You're gonna
sports
get
in
canceled.
general. Actually, wait guys, don't
I'm
cancel me.
canceling a
I actually have not been to a
Alyssa.
Quinnipiac hockey game. I don't really
That's
like
insane.
sports.
That's crazy. It doesn't matter. It's for the vibes.
Yeah.
I went to the football games when I was in high school and I wanted to like die every time. And I started thinking, I was like, so it's like 30 degrees. I'm wearing a skirt because I decided to dress cute rather than feel comfortable for the theme. And I'm freezing to death and I want to leave. So why am I even here? And then like when football season ended my senior year, I felt like a sense of relief.
I feel like to me hockey is more interesting to watch. And I feel like my least favorite sport to watch is baseball.
Yes.
It just goes on and on. It doesn't stop, and it's just so boring. Like you just
Uh-huh.
like you like hit the ball, you throw. Like there's
Yeah.
it's not a lot going on. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing for me with football. I don't know what's going on in football.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you, like, not to get like too off topic on topic therapy.
There is no off-topic on topic. There is
we
Um,
just go with the flow.
the atmosphere with the football games in high school, it genuinely felt cultish. And I don't know like how it was at
Yes.
your guys' high school,
Mm.
but there were like the seniors like that were like the ringleaders, like yelling at everybody. Like
we had that, yeah.
we had like a specific section of the bleachers where only like people who attended the high school could go, and the seniors were in the front, freshmen were in the back,
Mhm.
and it just got like so like they would yell at you if you weren't being loud enough, and they would kick you out and stuff like
Oh
that.
my
Where it's like that
God.
atmosphere, like that's why I didn't like it. I barely went to football games in high school. I also don't understand football. I
Mhm.
do understand hockey, and like it's not that like kind of atmosphere. Like yes, there is the guy that dresses up as a pizza and yells at you and all these types of things. But it's not like you could just go with your friends and just like watch it and like have a fun time. Like me and my friend, like we have like blue wigs that we wear to the game. Like
Oh,
it's
that's
just
really
like it's
fun.
more fun and like chill, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Yeah. No, when I was in high school, yeah, no, there was like a group of seniors that would like sit at the bottom, like not sit, more like stand at the bottom and like scream at us and stuff. And they always had this chant like about like freshmen. They'd be like, freshmen, like get the freak out. Like they would yell unkind things at the freshmen, which like it was like kind of funny sometimes, but like I don't know. My main thing was that I was cold and you couldn't really
Yeah.
move. And also another thing I hate about football and basketball is like obviously I know this is how it works, but I don't like that the clock stops. And then I just feel like
Oh.
it's never ending. And it
Interesting.
I did cheer when I was in middle school for like my middle school's like basketball team, and I remember I'd always like I'd get so annoyed just sitting there on the bleachers and the clock would just keep on stopping.
I honestly,
Yeah.
for me, I actually really enjoy watching football.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really understand hockey, but I have gone to like some of the women's matches and I do enjoy
Mhm.
watching it. But I would probably say like I like football the most.
yeah.
Like that's kind of like my like backup career plan is to be like a cinematographer for the NFL.
Oh, really? That's so
So, yeah.
fire.
So like, but yeah, baseball's on the bottom, and I think we can all
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah. You know, actually, I remember when I did cheer in middle school. One time, I went home after the game, and my mom asked, who won, and I go, whoever home is. I was looking at the scoreboard.
Oh my god.
And it said home won. Yeah, I was a little silly. It's like weird because like I'm like the only person I feel like in my family that doesn't care about football like at all. Like especially my mom. Like they all like really like it. I don't. And like I feel like it would be fun to be interested in it, but I'm just like not. I don't know.
How do you guys feel about the Super Bowl?
I literally don't care at all. Who was even in it this year? I don't remember.
Oh. Patriots?
Yes, it
And
was the
Seahawks?
Patriots. Yeah, Patriots and the Seahawks.
Who won?
The Seahawks. The
Oh,
Patriots
really?
lost. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
I was watching Heated Rivalry. like
She was.
like I was watching Heated Rivalry with my friend. She was like, "Wait, let's pause. I want to watch the halftime show." We watched the halftime show for like 5 minutes and went back to watching Heated Rivalry.
Something. Oh, what's something that should be taken off the internet?
That's an insane question. Wait, Fruit Love Island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's what I said
Fruit
earlier.
Love Island. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't understand what Fruit Love Island is,
It's so
it's the
weird. dude.
AI fruit videos on TikTok that you can, or TikTok, I don't know why I said it like that. You can find them like all over, and it's just like
So great.
like it's like
Like drama.
It's Love Island.
like I'll
you know,
watch
the
it,
reality
but then I'll
TV
be like,
show?
what did I just watch? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
some of my friends like it, and they like will send it to
Seriously?
me. Yeah, and I'll be like, this is like funny, and like
It's like stupid.
But
It's so
it's, like, super
stupid that it's
funny.
like almost funny.
yeah, I'm like. I personally don't like any AI videos. They just freak me out.
They are
Like, because some of them
creepy,
are
yeah.
too realistic or just weird. And the AI fruit videos are just, like, weird to me because, like, it's not something that someone made. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's something that AI made, and it's just, like, I don't know.
It's weird because it's like some people have differing opinions on AI. I don't believe in it to its full extreme because it scares me sometimes. I'm like, what if it like takes all of our jobs and stuff? But also I feel like okay, you know what? If it's here, you can't really get rid of it, but if you're gonna use it, I feel like let's use it for something maybe more beneficial to humanity than like Fruit Love Island. Like crazy.
There's also like a similar thing, and like I don't really get the Fruit Love Island stuff. It doesn't pop up, but like a couple of times it's been like similar to that, where it's like a spoon and like a toothbrush. and there was drama
Mm.
between them. Like the
Yeah.
spoon wife had like an affair.
Yes.
And,
Oh my
like,
god. Oh, that's
Imagine
so
explaining
weird.
this to someone in like the 90s.
A Victorian child.
Victorian
Had a
child.
Victorian child.
A spoon and a fork had an affair
And,
with
like-
a knife, and the knife's all mad.
Yeah, and like then the baby was born, and it was this.
With
I
a
actually,
spork?
it really tickled me because I was like crying, laughing at it. No, because she had an affair like with a toothbrush. The husband was like some other thing, and the baby was born, and he held it, and he was like, "Why am I holding a toothbrush?" And like that actually fried me.
I've seen that so many times.
It's so dumb,
Oh my god.
and
Frying
it's
our
so
brains,
bad for the
too.
environment.
Yeah.
3 gallons of water, by the way.
Yeah,
Actually,
like
I don't know them.
it's something
but-
like that wasted.
Yeah. Which is like,
Yeah.
like, why? Like, why?
And also, like, my FYS last semester was AI, Society and Governments. We learned a lot about AI, and it's not even like all AI is bad for the planet. It's like generative AI, and like the Fruit Love Island videos are
Oh.
generative AI.
Yeah.
So like, and then like, there's just so many of them, so that's bad.
Yeah.
Is ChatGPT generative AI? I don't know.
I think it is because
I-
it generates responses.
Yeah,
Then
probably.
what is non-generative? Yeah, then what is non-generative AI? Like,
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know anything.
Hi. Like, I know, like, I just feel like it's like, okay, like, it exists now, AI, and you can't, like, get rid of it, but, like, I just feel like there's better things that you could use it for than, like, if you're gonna, like, destroy the planet, like, why
Don't
with
make it
Fruit
'cause you
Love
want-
Island? Like, there's better things you could do with it. Like, maybe, like, I don't know, like, I actually, I don't know. This is not my job to think about this. This is, like, some, like, scientist or, like, computer
Yeah.
scientist is job. What were some of our other questions?
Okay, guys, we're back with a
Yay.
very thought-provoking question. As Alyssa
Mhm.
just said, is confidence more important than competence?
So, I think I'm very intuitive, very in touch with my mind. I believe, what you believe, like, perspective is reality, right? And so I think that, like, yeah, like, to a point, because if you truly believe that you are capable of doing something, and you're kind of gonna, like, manifest it for yourself, I guess. Like, you're gonna not stop at really anything to get to the point that you want to be at, and that kind of overrides just your ability, because even if you are capable of it, but you don't really feel confident that you are capable of doing something,
Yeah.
you're probably going to give up more easily. Things will get in your way, and you'll just be okay with it, rather than being so sure of yourself that this is going to happen. There is no other option. Even if you're not fully capable at the moment, you will keep doing things that
Like-
will eventually kind of force it to happen for you.
Like manifestation.
Yes.
Like,
manifestation.
I've heard this, like, before, like, you have to, like, believe that something will happen. Like, if you automatically start out with, like, a negative thought, then it's not gonna go your way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, that kind of goes with confidence. Like, if you walk into a room and you kind of just, like, seem like whatever, like, you're gonna do this task because you know you can do it, but, like, you're just doing this task because you can do it. But or you walk into the room with confidence, like, you've never done this before, but you're gonna go up to that camera, and you're gonna turn it on, you're gonna take a good video, and it's gonna look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You go in the room with that kind of confidence, then, oh, I know the technical part, but I'm, like, not too sure. Then yeah, I think confidence is more important.
Yeah, exactly. And Morgan, you talk first.
Oh, okay. I agree with you guys. That is a thought-provoking question because like they're both really important.
Mm-hmm.
But like I would say like morally, competence is more important than confidence.
Morally.
Just
Yeah.
morally, because I think that there are a lot of bad people that have confidence and it gets them
Mhm.
really
Okay.
successful.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I would rather someone with competence, like, I don't know, be successful. Like, I think confidence is super important. Like, if you don't have confidence, you're not gonna really get anywhere. But
Yeah.
like, I think like having that competence, like just being knowledgeable, is like more important to me.
Yes, actually, going off that, I could also say, like, there are definitely, like, cruel, evil people that have gained power at some point in time, like significant power over people, and it's because they had the confidence to do so. And obviously that ended up being a bad thing for us. But if you think about it in the sense of accomplishing something, they still got it, and that's a horrible thing, but they did. So I think that you should use your confidence for good. Like, obviously they didn't, but it's like, then knowing that they did that with confidence, even though it's really bad that that happened, we can take that and use our own confidence to do something really good.
Yeah, almost like going off of what you said is kind of like made me think about like how like people with I feel like you need a balance of both, honestly. But some people who are like using their confidence are like bad people. They do get like to a position of power, but are they confident? Like they don't have that confidence actually. They just they don't
But
do
then they
anything
don't
for
do it
good.
right.
They don't do anything for
They
good. They
don't-
just
yeah.
want the
Because they're
power.
not
They don't do the right
Because
thing.
they're not confident, they're just like
Truly,
confident
so
that they can get
confidence
there.
and confidence kind of go hand in hand. So if you are confident in what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also competent in the sense of doing something that is, not gonna like, isn't like morally incorrect,
Yeah.
then that you kind of do have both.
Right.
In that way. So,
Yes.
and I guess that could also be talked about on a scale of something that's more neutrally positive, like doing something for yourself to like make
Mhm.
yourself happy. That's not going to necessarily have a bad impact on anyone else.
Yeah.
Or I guess a good one either. It's not really like that. But I guess the idea of competence can also be viewed as like, are you competent in understanding how your actions will affect yourself and others, and if it's for good or for bad? And if it's for bad, then I guess you are lacking a significant amount of competence. Even if you do have the confidence to achieve something, you're still not like
Yes,
full.
yeah.
You can't reach your highest potential because you are lacking competence in an important part, which is understanding how your actions would affect others and caring.
Yes,
You can
okay.
understand and not care,
Yes.
but caring how it would impact others. Yes.
And like similarly to that, like you also cannot reach your full potential if you lack confidence.
Mhm.
So it's like,
It really is like a balance
Yeah.
that you need to have.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that question.
That's really good. Let's find another one.
That actually reminds me really quick. Can I say, have you guys ever heard the song? I think it's Marjorie, was it? It's by Taylor Swift. It reminds me of a
Okay.
quote. Tears. It reminds me of a quote from her song that's like, never be too clever that you forget to be kind, and never be too
Oh,
kind that you forget to be
yes.
clever. And I think that's a very,
Yes.
I think that's a very
Yeah. On
absolute
point.
cinema. I think it's a very important quote of just like how you should go through life. Is like you need to have a balance of kind of being intelligent and self-assured and confident while also having empathy and understanding for other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like not being naive. or, like,
Exactly. You
almost-
need to have a balance of
Yeah,
being strong and being good, I think. Yeah.
I agree. That was perfect.
I love that.
Yay. I know we wanted to also circle back to a question of something that is overrated, and Isabel.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is gonna sound like probably like a really hot take. I don't know.
Burning hot.
Like guys, don't
Piping.
cancel me. But I think Stranger Things is overrated.
Crazy. I can honestly understand that if it's just not like something that interests you, but I disagree because I like the show. Morgan, would you like to lead us off with this one?
Yeah.
I'm forcing you.
Oh, okay. I don't have a choice. Like I think that I low-key agree maybe
Okay.
that no, but like I agree with Alyssa,
Okay.
but like
on a level.
on like a level
Objectively.
of like especially, and I was just talking about this earlier today, where the 4th and 5th season of the show feel like a different show than the first 3 seasons. And so
Vecna into the mix and everything got all crazy.
everything got effed up. And that's why I think like I do agree maybe that it's overhyped and too popular, especially the last 2 seasons, because I don't like them.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the way that the characters were written, the plot lines,
You don't like the last 2 seasons? I thought you did.
No, like
You
I
were,
do, but I don't.
Devastated by the ending.
Stop. That's why I don't like it. Why am I devastated by an ending?
He has Stranger Things trauma.
Like this shouldn't even be occurring. If it was a well-written show, 95% of the fans wouldn't be so mad and hate the ending.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So I think maybe like the last 2 seasons, not to hate on Stranger Things because I love it. I have loved Stranger Things since 7th grade. Like I'm like a super fan, I would say.
Yeah.
But like the last 2 seasons, bro, get them out of here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is my take. I don't think that the way that they ended the show was honestly bad. I think that the fact that we have internet access, and also I think the fact hear me out.
What?
People can theorize and spectate so much because of the amount of time that they had between like each volume, and the fact that we have internet access and we can put that out there and put all these theories into people's heads, and the fact that their main audience is probably like around college age students, right? And that was like right around the time that college kids are home from break, so they had a lot of time to go on the internet and come up with ideas. And I feel like if people were not getting all these theories kind of put into their head, you would watch the ending and be like, I mean, yeah, I guess it could have been more, but I don't think it wasn't enough. Like that's how you would look at it. And I feel like with all the theories, it kind of almost made it seem like it was going to be more than it was, and it wasn't. And it was a normal ending because the show is more than just, I think, sci-fi and action. There's also like it's supposed to also like coming of age and like how like relationship and friendship dynamics work and all that.
I want to relate this back to Fruit Love Island and Heated Rivalry. So, did you watched like the documentary that they made about like the making of the last season, right?
Yeah, yes.
So, like, kind of also going off of what you said, like, wait, I don't know what I meant by that. Not going off of what you said, going off of what I think. There was probably ChatGPT used to write the last season because in like the documentary, someone found a clip of one of the Duffer Brothers' computers and it had a ChatGPT tab open, and that would make
How did they let that go by?
that would make a lot of sense to me. Also because of the whole situation where one of the Duffer Brothers got a divorce and apparently his wife was ghostwriting for the show the whole entire time.
I did hear about that.
Oh, I heard that actually.
Who knows if it's true? I don't know. So that's Love Island because that they also probably used AI to make the last season. And now I'm gonna kind of switch gears and talk about why I love Stranger Things. Like I hated on it too much. And it kind of is similar to what I said about Heated Rivalry, especially when the show first came out, the first season. It was so different than like any other kind of sci-fi thing, but it was also kind of similar in the same sense where they incorporated a lot of ideas from The Shining and from It and like all these classic 80s movies and references. And that's why it became so nostalgic yet so new at the same time. And that's why I think like the first couple of seasons were absolutely genius, and I think it got all the hype in the world that it deserved because it was so amazing and so like different, and you couldn't really predict what was going to happen next. And that's kind of the thing where it's like we did have a lot of time to make theories and stuff, but it got to a point where when the last season came out, especially the last volume, it was no longer fun to make theories because you just thought something bad was going to happen because the show started going downhill and getting too stressful, too unrealistic. Why are we not in the Upside Down anymore? Why are we in other freaking dimensions that like you've never heard of before? It should have been, in my opinion, the same continuation of the first plot. It should have just been, okay, there's this lab. They're doing things with kids. They're experimenting on children to give them, powers. And it should have been kind of left at that where, and then it's another element of having like the monsters come in. And I don't think Vecna should have been introduced. It should have ended at the Mind Flayer, because if you really think about it, the Mind Flayer in season 3, you don't know what that is. Why were these people getting flayed and be turned into a monster? It's like this monster just dies and now you have a new monster. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I do feel like it did get too stressful after the 3rd season. It got much darker in the 4th season, because especially the 4th season was definitely a shock because everyone just started dying in very violent ways. And I really do feel like the main reason they killed off Billy was to give Vecna a victim. Honestly, like I feel like his like imagine, okay, if they'd never introduced Vecna, I feel like Billy's character as a whole would almost have like kind of not been super important to the plot. Maybe not like not important to the plot, but like his death would not have been very important to the plot. And I feel like they just like I feel like they wanted to introduce like another type of monster or something.
That's what I'm saying about the
Mhm.
mind flayer, though. Like, if they kind of continue with the idea of the mind
Mhm.
flayer and people being flayed, then Billy's death would have had more of a purpose. Because he
Yeah.
was like the most like character that passed in that died in that season that by the mind flayer that you were the most like emotionally attached to and that you knew, because they started kind of doing this in season 3 where they like introduced, or like maybe even season 2, I guess, newer characters, but those characters had like substance and they had importance to the show. And then season 4, it's like, who are these people? Like, who's like Jason, the basketball player, Chrissy, Eddie?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't care about them. And then especially in season 5 where it's like you all these kids, why is the whole season on friggin' Holly? Like,
I really liked Holly, and if she was older in the other seasons, I would have liked her even more. I found her to be a really great, interesting character. She just didn't have a lot of screen time.
and I'm sorry.
She did, but
So if you don't give this character screen time in the first 4 seasons, why is the whole last season about her? That's not like no. And
Yeah.
I don't like that. Wait, have you watched it?
Okay, so
I was gonna say something, but I don't know if it's a spoiler.
I have
she's
watched.
not gonna.
I've watched the first 3 seasons. I'm not gonna watch the last 2, especially after hearing this. Like, I just don't.
It's still really
Wanna-
interesting.
It is.
I'm
it
sure.
is.
I'm sure. Yeah, it is. Like, honestly, like, I don't think. I said it's overrated. I don't hate it. I like thought the first 3 seasons were actually really good. I just don't think it's like something insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it was something insane. I think it is. But like also like with the last season, with everything happening, I shouldn't be emotionally distraught and traumatized after finishing a show. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be spending my New Year's Eve welcoming in the new year uncontrollably sobbing and screaming. I shouldn't be, because that low-key set me up. It's April and bad things have happened to me. So it's like
It's not the vibe for the new year. I agree.
it's not, and so like that was like really devastating to me because I didn't like the ending to like basically have like my childhood end and it not being ending in a way that like was fulfilling for me.
I do think though, as much as the ending was sad to watch and depressing, I will say that it definitely, I think, kind of was inevitable with with 11's character arc and everything. I'm like, how could they possibly have gone on? I just like, I don't know how they could have really overcame that. Well, like, okay, we're just gonna kill all the guards and there's no more hiding anywhere. Like, it would have been impractical, and I don't want to say unrealistic because that's kind of the whole thing, but like, even though it's unrealistic, it does have like a realistic setting besides just the whole, upside down
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it wouldn't be practical or honestly even possible for them to end it without something bad happening to 11. And it was really depressing, and I felt bad because Mike is probably my favorite character. People don't understand. They always hate Mike. They just don't get him.
They don't get
I understand him, but I didn't like it because it was like, damn, like the one that like my favorite character now, he's the one that kind of has like the saddest ending.
Yeah.
I mean, besides 11 obviously, but like now he kind of has to take on all this pain, and he sees like Lucas and Max and they're all happy and in love, and Joyce and Hopper are all happy and in love, and now who does he have?
Oh.
Will. No, I'm kidding. Not Will.
What's your favorite season, BTW? Because in my mind it ended after season 2 because that's what I like to think.
Season 3 by far. I mean, I really like all of them. My ranking is season 3, season 5, probably a hot take.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know. Then probably season 4, 4 or 1, I'm not really sure. And then after that would be 2, would be my least favorite.
Wait, 2 is my favorite.
That's crazy.
I like all of them. I do genuinely like all of them, but 3 is definitely my favorite. Just the vibes, and it's probably the least depressing until Billy dying.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a really good discussion, and I think also that's all the time we have left for today.
We got real into it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to our special Morgan.
Yeah, thank you,
for
Morgan,
joining
for joining us on the podcast.
Yay! Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
it. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Yes.